The following presentation contains important information about our new mode of learning, the MARIAN Flexible Learning Experience. Viewers' full attention is recommended. The new coronavirus disease or COVID-19 pandemic brought about major changes in the realm of education. The traditional face-to-face way of teaching has become a risk that educators, parents, and students alike cannot afford to take. While it is true that life is more precious than education, it is equally true that life without education is devoid of meaning. Education, therefore, has become a need more than ever. And because of COVID-19, a new way of learning is born. Mary Immaculate Parish Special School remains true and committed in its mission to develop a God-centered, academically excellent, and socially responsible citizens through religion as the core of the curriculum. In the midst of global health crisis, MIPSS adapts and considers a shift in paradigm while remaining true to its mission of holistic transformation. Guided by the spirit of unity, MIPSS develops the MARIAN Flexible Learning Experience, a new mode of learning that combines modular, active, responsive, inclusive, attainable, and network-based approaches for a flexible learning experience. Catholic education is an expression of the mission entrusted by Christ to the church he founded. Through education, the church seeks to enable its members to proclaim the good news and translate this proclamation into action. The school is founded on the idea that education should contribute in the development of sound moral and spiritual values necessary in becoming God-loving individuals and worthy citizens of our country. MIPS believes and follows the Marian virtues as well as the Second Plenary Council of the Philippines regarding love and preferential option for the poor. The school caters to both the regular and children with special needs in the parish and in the neighboring communities who desire for holistic Christian education. It is in this context that Mary Immaculate Parish Special School envisions to develop a God-centered individual. Everything has a center of which it revolves and keeps its balance. Take away that center and everything will crumble and fall apart. A person's life is centered on something. For some, what matters in life is personal happiness and the pursuit of worldly pleasures. For others, the accumulation of wealth, power, and influence. But a God-centered person has found that the pursuit of God is life's highest calling, where the ultimate fulfillment is achieved. God-centeredness is the virtue that MIPS envisions to instill among its students. This is made possible by the programs it offers to Marian learners and employees. In MIPS, God is encountered in all disciplines as the school utilizes religion as the core of the curriculum. God is also encountered through spiritual formations, retreats and recollections, institutional masses, as well as First Friday and Sunday masses participated by Mayan students and teachers. In the classroom, different values are instilled to the students on a regular basis. Additional programs also include the Pasaparola, the Art of Loving, and the Word of Life, among others. A God-centered life is manifested by the fruit of the Holy Spirit. As a fruit tree naturally produces fruit, a life that is fully centered on God naturally produces holiness. Academically excellent students. Academic excellence is the ability to perform, achieve, and excel in scholastic activities. In school settings, it is generally measured by achieving high grades and numerous awards. But in MIPS, excellence is more than just making good grades. We measure excellence by how a student makes use of his knowledge, talents, and skills in service of humanity. To hone our students' cognitive abilities, MIPS utilizes a combination of different learning systems and approaches, such as understanding by design, religion as the core of the curriculum, whole brain learning system, and adapted a new K-12 curriculum, all for the purpose of holistic development. As the world faces a new normal way in education, MIPS adapted the MARIAN Flex, a new mode of learning that combines modular, active, responsive, inclusive, attainable, and network-based approaches to give its MARIAN a flexible learning experience. Socially responsible citizen. A socially responsible person is the one that has experienced the immense love of God and a wisdom to see the need to share the same to the society and environment. At MIPS, we inculcate to the minds of every Marian that one has a duty to act in manner that is beneficial not only to oneself, but to the society as a whole. This is made possible by the programs and activities we offer through different clubs and organizations such as the Supreme Student Government, the Supreme Student Council, the Red Cross Youth, the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts of the Philippines, and other clubs and organizations under the Office of the Center for Integral Evangelization. Marian is a distinguished name given to each and every student enrolled at Mary Immaculate Parish Special School. In honor of Mama Mary, it is used as an acronym for the new mode of learning, which denotes modular, active, responsive, inclusive, attainable, and network-based modalities, all for the purpose of giving each Marian a flexible learning experience. Modular. MIPS caters to our students' needs by providing them relevant and timely modules and learning materials which can be used at their own pace, guided by competent Marian mentors. How modular approach should look like. Teachers utilize specialized instruction that allows students to use learning modules in print or in electronic digital copies. Learning modules may be adapted from DepEd's available learning materials or may be personally designed by the subject teachers. For learners of modular mode, they can access the printed documents by picking up from a predetermined access point or through a door-to-door delivery, whichever is applicable. Learners who opted for full online or semi-online mode can access electronic copies of learning materials on a computer, tablet, or smartphone. Virtual storage devices, USB flash drives, and computer-based applications can all be used to deliver e-learning materials, including offline ebooks. These documents may be made available online or offline. Teachers are responsible for guiding, assisting, and monitoring students' progress. Students may ask for teachers' assistance through email, instant messaging, telephone, or any means of communication during their scheduled classes. Teachers shall do home visitation whenever possible for students who need remediation or assistance in person. Parents and guardians serve as para-teachers at home, but it doesn't mean that they will replace the role of teachers. Since students will be studying at home, it is the role of the parents or guardians to see to it that their children are doing the tasks on schedule. This is to ensure that the students are guided accordingly. How students access the learning modules. Modules are distributed or delivered to the students once every 2 weeks. The school librarian collects, schedules, and releases the learning modules. Parents have the option to pick up the modules at the school or have them delivered to their designated pick-up points. Modules are standalone learning materials and are designed in such a way that students can study and follow at their own pace with less or even without supervision. In some instances that students need a teacher's assistance, they may communicate with the subject teacher during their class schedule. In rare cases that students require the actual presence of the subject teacher for further assistance, they must contact the liaison officer for academics or the academic coordinator who is in charge of facilitating the modular mode. Submission of students' outputs, worksheets, or performance tasks under modular mode. Submission of students' outputs is scheduled once every 2 weeks. Parents or guardians may bring the outputs or worksheets to the school on the scheduled date of submission. Parents or guardians may opt to request the school to pick up the items or hire a courier service to send the outputs to the school. Active. MIPS provides engaging and dynamic activities for students to work on, making learning continuous and uninterrupted within the confines of their homes. How active teaching learning should look like. In active learning, teachers are facilitators of learning rather than one-way source of information. Teachers provide lecture, discussion, and activities wherein learners can engage in problem solving, cooperative learning, and writing exercises. Teachers provide engaging and stimulating activities by putting the students at the center of their learning process. Responsive. MIPS promotes social responsibility among students because we value inclusivity and are sensitive to the needs of our community. How responsive teaching learning should look like. Teachers step in and out of learning activity to support the individual needs of each student and be part of their growing independence. Teachers provide assistance and share strategies to help students advance their abilities until they become independently able to complete the task on their own. Teachers provide intellectual, moral, and spiritual assistance and create new avenues to draw upon a learner's strengths, interests, and aspirations. Simply put, teachers put themselves on the shoes of the students in order to experience how they feel and to see and understand from their point of view their struggles and difficulties. In doing so, it will be easy for the teachers to lend a helping hand and respond to students' needs. Inclusive. MIPS recognizes the need for a flexible learning experience that respects diversity of learners, encourages participation and connection, and considers a variety of learning styles and preferences. How inclusive teaching learning should look like. Teachers understand that each student has different learning needs and capabilities. Teachers differentiate instruction to suit the learning needs and preferences of each and individual student. Teachers give performances and activities that encourage participation not only between fellow students, but also involve members of the family and the community. Inclusion of SPED students, as well as the adult night high school students to regular students, is MIP's concrete way of showing inclusivity in education. Attainable. MIPS offers concrete, measurable, realistic, and contextualized educational goals by employing flexible and developmentally appropriate teaching strategies and platforms. How attainable teaching learning is attained. Teachers provide lessons and activities aligned with the standards and ensure that a higher level of learning is achieved. Teachers provide avenues for the learners to experience real-life situations to make learning more significant and meaningful. Teachers set expectations based on standards to ensure that learners meet the demand targeted. Teachers follow a standard-based model for classroom assessment and instruction to keep track of students' progress and plan or modify instruction to meet the needs of the students. Network-based. MIPS employs technologically advanced learning platforms that provide our students engaging and interactive multimedia content and online educational learning resources that enhance their academic performance while having fun at the same time. How network-based learning should look like. MIPS provides access to a multitude of network-based resources through its established relationships with technologically advanced multimedia providers like Genio and TechnoKids. Teachers provide real-time teaching learning experience via online classroom using online capable devices like computers, tablets, or smartphones. Teachers use interactive models and virtually available performances and activities to make learning continuous and uninterrupted while having fun at home. Teachers and students make use of internet as a new environment for inquiry, expression, construction, and communication. In Marian Flex teaching learning model, spiritual formation or values integration is embedded in each and every lesson, making religion the core of the curriculum. We begin every lesson with the end in mind. Thus, we formulate the goals and standards which are aligned with the competencies set by the Department of Education. The topics are then introduced to the learners using various strategies that awaken students' interest. Lessons are presented utilizing Marian flexible learning designs and approaches, integrating the three Marian pillars: God-centeredness, academic excellence, and social responsibility. The last part of the model is assessment, a key component of learning that allows students to understand their progress towards the set goals and allows teachers to ensure that students learn what they need to know in order to meet the learning goals and standards. Who are recommended for full online modality? Students with online capable device like desktop or laptop computer, preferably with 8 gig of RAM or at least 4 gig of random access memory. With tablets or smartphones exclusively intended for online class and with steady and reliable internet connection. Who are recommended for semi-online mode? Students with working computer or gadget but not online capable, especially those with lower RAM. Students with intermittent internet connection, or students belonging to one household who share one working computer or electronic device. Who are recommended for modular mode? Students without computer, tablet, or smartphone, or students without internet connection. What if students who belong to modular mode wish to transfer to online mode when conditions for online learning are met? They may be allowed to switch learning modality, but they need to wait for the current quarter to finish. They will be transferred to online class the next quarter. What if students who belong to online mode encounter technical difficulties, like loss of one or more conditions for online learning for a significant period of time? They must inform the school as soon as possible so that they can be accommodated to modular mode to ensure continuity of learning. They will be transferred to modular mode permanently the next quarter if conditions do not improve. Otherwise, they may be returned back to online mode. What if there are 2 or more students in one household but there is only one gadget available for them? The following are possible options to address this dilemma. If there is no conflict with the class schedules, both children may enroll in online mode and may use the same device. If there are conflicts, however, it is the parents' discretion to decide who among their kids will do the online or modular mode, or they may opt for semi-online mode. Parents should understand that the only difference between online and modular modalities is the platform for delivering the lessons. Students still receive the same competency regardless. How examinations are conducted in online mode. Since online mode utilizes LMS in delivering teaching learning process, examinations may be administered online within the LMS itself. Short examinations for evaluation purposes like formative or summative exams may be assigned by the teacher through LMS and may be answered by the students within a time frame in either timed or untimed approach. For major exams like chapter test or quarterly test, the test is administered on schedule through LMS or online platform and monitored in real time via Google Meet or Zoom. How examinations are conducted in modular mode. Quizzes or assessments are included in the modules at the end of every lesson given to the students on a regular basis. The learning materials are distributed and collected in 2-week interval. For major exams, the test items will be included in the next scheduled pick-up or delivery dates. The test items are modified to suit the requirements for a modular approach of learning. Thank you, our dear parents and students, for taking the time to get to know the learning modalities we offer. If you have more questions, suggestions, or recommendations, please let us know. We hope that you find Marian Flex an exciting way to learn the same way that we are excited in sharing it with you. Thank you very much and have a nice day.